Hello, welcome to this video. Today we are doing a little bit of everything. So I have some book journal stuff to do. I'm very behind. I haven't done anything since February and I've read 22 books so far and I only have 15 on here. I have no spreads whatsoever, so I'm going to work on that today. But I also have some reading vlog content. I hope you enjoy. Let's get on into it. This is the second book in, I'm not sure if that's what the series name is, but it's the Emperor in the Ashes series. I'm not sure if that's the real series name or just the first book's title. But it took me a while to get through this one. It's a really long fantasy, especially after reading a romance. It takes a little while to get back in the fantasy world. But I really like the characters. It picked up towards the end and I'm really excited to get the next one because I have no clue what could happen. But it's about Elias and Leah, I think. But it follows them picking up from the second of the first book, like right after. I'm not sure whether to get the new covers or try to find the old ones. It's so hard because the first one and this one I have the old covers, but I'm not sure which ones to get because I want them all to match. But I don't think I can find these ones anywhere. But anyway, I really like this one. 4 stars. The next book that I read was Reckless by Lauren Roberts, another continuation of a series. So this book has been going through it on TikTok and everything. Some people like it, some people don't. For the most part, I liked it. However, the banter, I know that a lot of people like the banter and they're obsessed with it. That's the only reason they read the book. But for me, I think it was too repetitive and it just happened. They're talking about the same thing, arguing about the same thing constantly, pretty much. And sometimes they're so busy arguing that something just happened and they completely disregard it. Kit was an interesting perspective. Sometimes I liked it, sometimes I didn't. But I really like Kai and Peyton and Kit as characters. I know this is considered a filler book. That's what people are saying. I don't think there should be a filler book in a series. But overall, I enjoyed it. I think I rated it like 4.25 or something oddly specific. For the most part, I enjoyed it. But I hope there's a little less banter and a little more plot for the next one. And I wish I didn't have to wait so long to read the third book. Our next book is Spy Survive by Holly Jackson. I love Holly Jackson so much. I love her writing. I love her characters. This book was such a wild ride. For the first like 2 chapters, you're completely confused and then it starts to make sense. So this is a mystery. I don't know if it's called a thriller technically. I think it's a mystery. But you follow the main character Red and her friends and you're watching them go on vacation. They're in an RV and the whole book takes place in one night and they're being stalked by somebody. I'm not sure if that's a spoiler or not, but anyway, I completely ruined this book. I spilled something on it, unfortunately, but I think it adds to the scariness of this book. I was on the edge of my seat. I think I finished it in 2 days. I really liked it. It was really interesting. Kind of scared me. Don't read it at night if you're kind of spooked. But I enjoyed it overall. I think I rated it 4.8 stars. Anything Holly Jackson writes, I'm gonna read. I want to read the reappearance of Rachel Price. so bad. So I think that's going to be on my TBR next. However, love this book, love the characters, lots of fun. Okay, so the next 4 books I read were on the Kindle, and that was the entire series of The Naturals. So, The Naturals is about kids, well, teens with sort of superpowers, if you want to call it that, more enhanced senses. It's 4 books. It's The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and then Bad Blood. And I read them all in probably 2 weeks, that doesn't seem like that short of a time, but it's pretty short for me when I've been reading so sporadically. Because the last few books I read took a really long time, but it also helps. I haven't been reading on the Kindle, and I really liked reading on the Kindle this time. So these books I just loved. They kind of remind me of Renegades, but not really. I really like the author's writing. I've heard the Inheritance Games is not as good, but I really like her writing, so let me know if you read that. I rated the first one 4 stars, the second one 4.25, the third one 4.5, and then Bad Blood I rated 5 stars. Just because I'm so attached to the characters now. I just want to watch TikTok edits like all day. And I just love the characters. They're my new comfort characters. And I just love those books. I think the reason I rated The Naturals a little lower starting out was because of the romance. I love the plot, it kept me hooked, but I hate when romance feels immediate. Like they've known each other for 5 seconds and all of a sudden they're in love. However, I love Michael and Dean, but as the books go on, it matures a little bit, it makes a little more sense, they have a great bond. So I really enjoyed that part, but I really like a slow burn, like Powerless, or A Torch Against the Night, where there's like barely any romance at all. It's basically a subplot. Towards the end, I really liked the romance aspect of the Natural series. So now I have to figure out what am I going to read next. It's a really hard, it's both the best thing and the worst thing ever when you finish a series, because you're so attached to the characters, but then it's so hard to get started into something else. So I just bought Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Haley Pham recommended this book. I really know nothing about it. The main character goes to Harvard, I think. And I'm very excited. This book is very pretty. And then Stephanie Garber, Once Upon a Broken Heart, is another book on my TBR. So I read Caraval maybe a year ago. I'm not really sure. But it kind of fell flat for me. I was really excited to start it, and the world is so nice, and I liked her writing for the most part, but I really just wanted the series to be over. Something about the series kind of turned me away. I liked the characters, but I really just don't know what was wrong. So I'm hearing that this series is better. Her writing matures, I think. I really know nothing about it besides Jax from Caraval is in it. I think it's in the same world, but I'm really not sure. So I'm excited to start this one. I've been wanting to get into fantasy for so long again, because I think the last book I read was Reckless, and I just love fantasy so much. That's my favorite genre. And I expected The Naturals to be a little more like fantasy-esque, but it wasn't, but I really enjoyed it. I've been reading a lot of like thriller, mystery books. I don't know if it's a thriller. It's really not a thriller, but I'm just anything scary. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. A little scary summer a little bit for me. It was very fun. I enjoyed reading books, but at night I was a little scared. I made a couple TikToks about it. But anyway, I also have The Summer of Broken Rules. I don't remember the author's name. I got it on the Kindle. I just thought one more book. I should probably start that next. I just thought one more book to end off the summer. But anyway, that is my TBR.
Now on to the next part of the video, which is book journaling. I love book journaling so much. It's so fun, but it takes me forever because I want everything to be perfect. So I started with a rating system, an updated rating system, and then I started on a book bingo for the summer and fall, which I think turned out really cute. And once I finished that, I moved on to doing a Caraval spread and a Six of Crows spread, and I think they ended up looking really nice, and I'm hoping to do some more for the other series and my favorite books that I've read.